All right, what's good, YouTube? Shockwave, gonna bring you a Q&A type dual com here with BBarger. So BBarger, say what's up.
What's up, YouTube?
All right, guys. The first question we're gonna ask Barger today is, what was your overall impression of Black Ops?
I like everything about it. Some of the things were annoying, like some of the perks, like Ghost and Second Chance. They're annoying, but you can look past those. You can see like they constantly supported the game. People were complaining about Second Chance and Ghost. They created playlists for just to remove Second Chance and Ghost. Then there's people who say, "Hey, can we get like a more competitive thing?" They made a competitive playlist. There's like people complain about the 7.4U is way overpowered. It took them maybe a week to get on that, but a week later, 7.4U is patched with rapid fire. To me, like the constant support for the game and the way like the people who made the game were active on Twitter, like tweeting people back about the game, like asking for feedback, what they can do to improve it, how they can improve it, what do they need to do, like what do you, like towards the end, like they're asking people, do you really want this map pack or not? Like, do you want us to release it? Like, I loved how they supported this game.
Yeah, most definitely. There's a lot of support from definitely the developers on Twitter and just a lot of people just talking about the game, helping it out. What was your favorite map on Black Ops?
I'm gonna go with firing range just because the way it was linear, the way it was set out, like domination. To me, it was there might have been a little bit of advantage from the C side, or at least to me, like the way I played from the C side on domination.
Yeah,
Definitely on CTF, the flag down into firing range was definitely at a disadvantage, but it wasn't a severe one. You could still do good and get a lead on that side, but overall, I liked how linear the map was. Like nades, you could hit nades from any corner of the map, pretty much to where you needed them to be.
Yeah, I like Fire Ninja a lot too. That and Summit were probably my two favorite maps, and plus playing the competitive side of things, they're definitely up in the playlist a lot. What was your most unorthodox kind of dumb class that you used when you played Black Ops?
It's gonna be the WA2000 Silence running a crossbow. That thing, oh my goodness!
It just speaks stupidity.
I don't know if you've ever tried it, but not having like a pistol backup, if you could even manage to hit the quick scope with it, not having the pistol backup, you just got to keep hoping that person either not paying attention or they don't see you, because you try to keep hitting them with that gun that takes 3 bullets at least with that gun silenced. It's not a pretty day for you.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. What did you dislike the most about Black Ops?
It's probably they tie in together the host advantage and the lag. Like the host advantage is huge, and the pub games you can definitely feel it with your air support. Like if you got a chopper gunner while you're host, it was literally just drag it over them and they're dead. If you weren't host, you had to hold it on them for a second, sometimes a lot more than that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like to complain about the last stand, final chance, that kind of stuff like that or whatever. But to me, like, it wasn't really that big of a deal. I mean, it could have some issues, but it wasn't really that big of a thing for me.
Yeah. It's like, if somebody's using Ghost, you just got to use awareness to know where they're going to be to counteract it. You can counteract somebody running Ghost.
Yeah.
Most of the people I ran into using Ghost, they didn't have Ninja on. If you have a decent headset or turn your TV up, you can hear them running towards you.
Yeah, definitely. What are you going to miss the most about the game?
Definitely the competitive scene of the competitive side of it, and the support for the game. Like
yeah.
What are you gonna say?
That's it. I was just agreeing with you. Like, definitely the competitive side of the thing was probably the best part about Black Ops.
To me, they're finally bringing Call of Duty into like the mainstream competitive scene with Black Ops. MW2 or COD 4 started rising a little bit. MW2, it sort of like it didn't really rise anymore because it was online and not many people could see it. It was just kind of balancing out.
Mm-hmm.
But with Black Ops bringing in a main stage for the MLG events where people could come and watch it, to me that was a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Making the LAN capabilities possible.
So let's jump into Modern Warfare 3. Do you think it's going to be like Modern Warfare 2 or not?
I think it's going to play out exactly like Modern Warfare 2 to me. Like, the guns have little to no recoil on the guns I've seen. They did bring back Call of Duty 4 Red Dots. Like they said, they're going to bring back some aspects of COD 4.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that.
Hopefully they can balance it out like COD 4 was.
Yeah, most definitely. What do you think about the Spec Ops mode?
I think it's gonna let newer players get used. Like if maybe Black Ops was your first Call of Duty, it lets you get used to the way Infinity Ward runs things. Like to me, Infinity Ward it runs smoother than Treyarch's games do, or it's just like movements are more. I don't know how to say this. I guess they just run smoother.
Yeah, they're more fluid.
Yeah, that's the word I needed.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good introduction to people, and people who like love zombies. It'll also be kind of like a counteraction to that as well. What do you see as being like the biggest noob thing about the game?
It's gonna be people probably running. I guess what you say is called assassin.
Assassin.
It's probably people who run an assassin and claymores all around B flag with shotguns with spazzes that have the range proficiency of the extra stopping power.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be a big annoying thing that's gonna might ruin domination mode if somebody's at B flag camping it with claymores constantly and running out shooting you with the unstoppable spaz.
Most definitely. To me, the biggest noob thing is that it's going to be exactly like Modern Warfare 2, but I guess we can't change that. Do you think it's going to get Game of the Year?
It's going to get Game of the Year just because it's called Call of Duty. It's not going to be because it's the best game coming out. It's just going to be because it's COD.
Even over Skyrim?
I'm not big on Skyrim. I've never played those kind of games before.
See, I haven't either, but just the way a lot of people talk about it, it sounds like it's a big thing, especially for the RPG players.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll find out, but I agree with you. I think it's going to get Game of the Year because of just the way the COD fans are. What are you looking forward to into Modern Warfare 3?
Honestly, I love the competitive side of MW2. Like, if you took out all the douchebaggery that was in it, Modern Warfare 2 was a great competitive game. The guns, there were some, like, you could say the UMP was overpowered, but in competitive scene, there was no gun that was overpowered with people who were just as skilled as you.
And one last quick question. You know, you and I kind of talked about this earlier off of the recording, and we've mentioned the fact of competitive side of things and LAN, and we both kind of heard, that there might not be a LAN. What do you think is going to happen with all that, with the competitive side of things of Call of Duty?
I'm hoping that they can still figure out a way to do, like, the MLG events, because that brings a lot of new people into the competitive side, and maybe take away from the way, like, people play with camping in a corner or anything. Maybe, like, they can see, like, hey, maybe I want to go try this competitive side. Maybe it's something I want to do.
Yeah. Thanks for the dual comm, and this has been Shockwave and
BBarger.
All right, peace out, guys. Thanks a lot.